You're probably watching this video because this is you. You're stuck, avoiding the one thing that will get you ahead in life, but you still can't manage to do that. Because, well, you simply feel tired, unmotivated, burnt out. But luckily, that can stop now because I might have a solution. Because I do! Kinda. I mean, yeah, that's the whole point of the fuck. Have you ever gone to your to-do list and you see something written down on there that's literally so vague and you're looking at it like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Which brings me to the first step. Make things clear. Now, it's real easy to think that we're overloading our brain and giving it so much stuff that we can't even handle, but it can be as simple as looking at a to-do list and it says something like clean house, and that's something so broad that it can literally mean anything. And to make things more simple, break it down a little bit. Make it something as simple as take the trash out of the bathroom or vacuum the floor in your room. When you give your brain something like clean house, it puts your brain almost in like a panic mode because you're like, well, it means so many things that, well, now I don't even feel like doing it at all. Break things down. Make them seem a lot easier than what they actually are. Because in most cases, it probably is. You probably just have to attack the situation in a different way. Stick around till the end because the last step will be the most important one. Now, you can watch all the other ones, but it won't work unless you get the fourth step down. Make sure that you stick around till the end to be able to get that last step. Procrastinating has much more to do with just you simply not wanting to do something. Most people believe that just because I want to put something off for later, that just means that you're lazy, but it really doesn't. It's more of an emotional thing than we actually think it really is. I'll dive into that later. For now, I'll give you a story that you will most likely relate to. So back when I was in high school, for my English class, this was for my final, I had to complete a 20-page essay. Mind you, I had never even written 3. So I had a decent amount of time to get this done, but because I decided to procrastinate, it came to a point where I had only 3 days left. How the fuck am I gonna complete a 20-page essay in 3 days? So it came to a point where I had to sit down and I had to figure something out because this is insane. I decided one day, I told myself, I'm gonna try and sit down and I'm gonna try to write as much as I can for at least 20 minutes. If I didn't do anything for 20 minutes, then fine. But for just those 20 minutes, I was gonna write whatever dog shit came out of my brain at the moment. In those moments comes something that we don't expect. We start getting into something called a flow. Now, within that day, I was able to write down a whole lot more than I thought that I ever could write down. Now, don't ask me if I was able to pass this exam because, yeah, we don't talk about that. And that brings me to my next step, which is shrink it down. Now, the key to this is not to get the whole thing done. The key to this is just the start. What this does is that it creates momentum. So once our brain does that click, we're able to get into a flow state where now we're not only just writing in those 20 minutes, but we're writing past those 20 minutes. And that's called momentum. And once you have momentum, then you're able to do a lot more than what you originally thought that you were gonna do. And now it turns into that original moment where you thought that this one task was impossible. Now in these 20 minutes, you've accomplished something that, well, now you only have to write 10 pages or 5 pages or maybe even 2 pages left. But the point is, you've created momentum. And that's the important part about this step. Now imagine you've planned an entire day to get this one task done. So you finally sit down, you get in the right headspace, and wait, I got an email. I should probably check that. Nah. I should probably focus. Just definitely focus. Maybe if I just go on TikTok just for 20 minutes, I definitely deserve that. Yeah, definitely should go on there, but definitely shouldn't. But, yeah. Alright, just get rid of your phone. Now this goes to my next point. Get rid of distractions. It's probably a reason why people say this over and over again. It's because when you finally do everything that you can and everything in your power to finally get yourself in that position to do everything, if you have something in front of you, you will most likely break that sense of focus, and it beats the entire purpose. If you have these other things in the way, that's what they're gonna be. They're gonna serve as distractions and nothing else. So get rid of distractions. I'm gonna try and make this quick because it's barely like 8 o'clock in the morning and it's already like 100 degrees outside. I just wanna say, I'm not perfect. Matter of fact, I'm probably procrastinating on this video as we speak. I just wanted to be straight up and I just wanted to say, you're definitely not alone. This battle that we're all going through, it's definitely a real thing. And we definitely have more obstacles nowadays. And going back to what I was saying about procrastinating being an emotional thing, it really is. It's us trying to manage our emotions, and we try to avoid the most like strenuous task. We all definitely do have strong dreams, and they're definitely more achievable than we think. And even though now that they're achievable more than ever, it seems like it's even harder to get there now more than ever because of the amount of distractions that we have. The only issue that we have is that we get too comfortable. We have a misconception that comfortable is not okay. Comfortable is definitely okay. The only thing is, we need to know when is the right time for comfortable. Which brings me to my last step. Accept future you. We tend to put things off for later because our future version of ourselves is gonna be supposedly more energetic, have more energy, and have more enthusiasm to do a certain task. And the sad reality is, if you're already feeling tired and you're already feeling burnt out, future you is probably not going to feel any different. Matter of fact, they probably might even feel worse. Looking at your future self as yourself right now and taking care of your future self. And yes, definitely, absolutely, we should live in the present. But setting yourselves up for the future is even better.